time my parents weren't willing to wait for. That's when I realized this wasn't about urgency. This wasn't a desperate last resort plea to save her life. This was them taking the easiest way out. The next few days, the messages started. My mother was relentless. Every morning, another text, another voicemail, another guilt trip. You're her only hope. Don't do this to your own sister. We can fix things. Be a family again. They escalated fast. Missed calls turned into paragraphs of emotional blackmail. Then came the baby pictures again. Then, the long rambling voicemails about how much they regretted everything. Emma reached out separately. Her tone was different. She wasn't begging, just apologizing. Saying she understood if I said no, that she didn't want me to feel forced. But something about that felt off too, so I kept digging. I reached out to an old relative, someone who had been on the outskirts of the family drama for years. That's when I learned the truth. My parents had planned to abandon me before I was even born. According to this relative, before my mother gave birth, she and my father had talked about how they only wanted one child. Raising twins would be too hard, especially with their financial struggles. But when we were born, they kept both of us. For a while, the favoritism started immediately. Emma got the attention, the affection, the investment, and I was extra. They had always planned to leave me behind. They just needed to figure out when. That summer trip to Grandpa's. It wasn't a last-minute decision. It wasn't a tough choice they made under pressure. It was the plan all along. That was bad enough. But what came next? That was worse. I reached out to an aunt I barely spoke to anymore. I asked if she knew anything about how my parents explained my absence over the years. She hesitated. Then she told me, they told people I had died. At least, that was the story they crafted for their new social circle. For old friends and distant family, they simply avoided the subject.